Alright guys, it's fight day. UFC 248. I'm too excited, man. One topic of discussion that's going on right now is what Yoel really has on the line in this fight. Um, as everyone knows, Yoel Romero is a freak athlete. He's one of the older people in the UFC. I think he's like 42 or 43 years old, but the dude is built like, he's built like a 23-year-old. Amazing physique. He's amazing talent in the UFC, man. With his skills and everything. But people just really pay. I really think Romero. I mean, a lot of people are just honing into that age of his, just that number, 42, 43. But I see a lot of people, even in the UFC, like Daniel Cormier, talking about this isn't his last attempt at the title. Yoel Romero, he's been through a lot of upsetting times, very unfortunate events. He like his career, even though he lost his last fight. This is his, I think, third or fourth chance at the title. The first one was against Whitaker. That was a little bit a weird situation there. I don't know it was Whitaker Romero. He lost that one, split decision, very close fight, very back and forth fight, big drama. One of the I think that series right there, the Romero Whitaker series, is one of the best fights, best series of all time in the UFC. That was a split decision loss, so he lost that chance. The second attempt was for the interim title against Luke Rockhold, which was very unfortunate because he had an amazing performance, knocked out Luke Rockhold, but he missed weight, so he could not gain the championship even after that performance. And then the third time was against rematch against Whitaker, which a lot of people, myself included, really thought that he won that fight. Again, it was a very close fight, split decision loss again. And he did make weight. He made weight for this fight, and unfortunately, the judges didn't see it going his way, so he lost that fight. Now we're at his fourth time, which is very. It's not very this is very unknown, like unheard of in the UFC. Someone getting this many title shots. Usually, people have maybe 2-3 times, max, but 4 times. This is a lot, However, Romero, even after coming in, he was not supposed to get this fight. This was not Romero's fight to have. He was not supposed to fight for the title against Israel Adesanya. He was not supposed to fight this fight for the title. He was not supposed to. He got lucky. He really got lucky with this opportunity, right? He lost again to Costa. This is now it's becoming kind of a trend, It's slowly becoming a trend. People losing fights and going for the title. You see it at flyweight. Jose Aldo is confirmed against Henry Cejudo. That fight is gonna happen. Jose Aldo coming off a loss against Marlon Moraes. That was a close fight too, but to stay on track, Romero was very lucky in getting this fight. He definitely was. Israel Adesanya stepped up. Paulo Costa, I don't know what his situation is. He's injured or something, but he's ready to fight. But they're not clearing him. UFC is not clearing him to fight. But that fight's gonna happen. That fight's gonna happen regardless. But yeah, so Paulo, that fight wasn't going down. So Israel Adesanya, stepped up, took the challenge. He came out and called out Romero. You don't see that, man. You don't see that with champions. You do not see that. And that really tells us a lot about Israel. Calling out someone that did not even deserve the title shot. But nonetheless, it's happening. Now, a lot of people are saying because of his age and it's his fourth time at the title, this will be his last chance. Like, people are acting like this is a huge deal for Romero, right? This is his last fight. He might consider retiring after this fight. No. Romero is still one of the top athletes, top fighters in the UFC today. Even though his age really is not a number, man. Like, his age at 42, Like, it's crazy the stuff that this man can do, and he definitely is not. He's still staying. Like, he can still fight in the UFC, even like for 5 more years. Like, his training. If you really know Yoel, and if you do your research on him, he takes his nutrition and he takes his health very seriously. He takes weight. There's a reason why he's in such condition, right? If you ask him, he won't say that he's never had a weight problem, even though I think he's missed weight twice. Not twice. He's missed a couple times. I think against Rockhold. That was a lot of people think that he has weight problems because of that fight. But that fight, I think it was short notice, and I'm pretty. He was asked that question. He was like, are you concerned about your weight in the fight against Izzy? And a lot of people were saying that he's gonna have weight problems again, but his response was that he's never had a problem with weight. The times that he's had problems was what's it called, short notice fights. And so he has his weight cut very planned out. He's an older guy. If it was a younger guy, they could cut the weight in a month, less than a month, 2-3 weeks, they'll get down to the weight. But he's an older guy, right? You have to do certain things different when you're a little bit older. Your metabolism is not what it is. And he takes it very seriously. If he's gonna have a championship fight, this fight, he has the time. He has the time to put a whole focused training camp in. He says that he cuts weight during the training camp. It's not most fighters, they just train, try not to get too heavy, but then they cut all the weight in fight camp, right? But Romero, his plan is that he cuts weight gradually through the camp. So he didn't have the opportunity with that before, with his weight problems before, and he didn't have that opportunity. So that's why in his eyes, if you ask him, he thinks he's never had a problem in weight because he never had that chance, to cut the weight. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Romero, he's still here, man. People need to stop putting so much emphasis on his age. This dude is a crazy high level fighter. He has a very big chance of stopping this hype train with Izzy. Even though I don't think it's a hype train anymore. He's proved himself. Israel Adesanya has proved himself. But one thing I've noticed is I think he's a little bit, not focused on this fight. And if you ask him, he probably will say, he's a tough guy, but when he was asked about Romero and what he thought of him, he said, yeah, he's a very dangerous guy, but I've seen him getting rocked. I've seen him getting tired. But, Romero has a crazy chin. He's gotten rocked, of course. He's gotten rocked against Whitaker and Costa, But Romero has a chin. Romero has a very, very strong chin. And also with his stamina. His stamina his style is just weird, man, because he gets tired. He does get tired after 1 round, 1.5 round, 2 rounds. He's out of it. He's completely tired. But he really just, his style, his explosive power, that never stops. You will see him drained. You think he's out of it. 3rd, 4th round, he's out. The 5th round, he'll come out of nowhere, flying knee, spinning back fist, some crazy explosive attack. So his stamina is a very, very tricky thing. You cannot say that, I'm gonna wear him out. That's not a thing against Romero. It's not something that you can wear him out and you're not gonna get tired and pick him off in the later rounds. No, because Romero is still gonna come after you crazy. He's gonna come after you. He's gonna stop. He's gonna let you hit. He's gonna let you hit him, right? But then he's gonna step back and then get it right back in your face. So it's a deceiving. He has a deceiving style, And even besides that, he's getting a lot of questions. Adesanya is getting a lot of questions about Paulo Costa, and he keeps talking about how he was not supposed to fight Romero. He's the only guy. He just wanted to fight him because Paulo Costa, couldn't take the fight. But man, I'm telling you, it might be this is just my opinion. It might just be because Adesanya is it might just be his crazy um comfortability. He's very, very, very comfortable for the situation that he's in. He's only been in the UFC for 2 years, and he's already one of the biggest stars, in the UFC already, biggest draws in the UFC, right? So he's crazy comfortable. By the way he moves, by the way he talks, you could see that he really deserves. He's imagined this from the beginning, since his kickboxing days. He you and in his interviews you can tell he has a different kind of mentality. He's ready for this. He was born for this, to be on this situation, to be in this on the stage. He was born to be on the stage, and he's handled it very well. So it might be that he's taking Romero a little bit lightly, but it also might be that he's just very comfortable, very relaxed. We'll see what happens. You never know what to expect. I have no expectations for this fight. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't even know who I want to win. We'll see. I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for this card. I'm excited for this fight. It's gonna be a crazy, crazy, crazy night today. I'm mad excited, yo. What that boy say? I forgot what he said. That dude Romero is crazy. I forgot what he said. In the weigh-in. But yeah, man. Voy a frutar. That's what he said, right? Anyways, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm gonna drop. I think I'm probably gonna drop a review after this, after the card. We'll see what happens. We'll see, man.